different implications of a win or a loss this week because they're so drastic. You win, you get a home field, you get a bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. You lose, potentially you have to go on the road and play 3 playoff games.
It really doesn't matter in how we prepare and all of that. And obviously there's some great stuff here happening. We're planning to play this game as it's the only game in the world, and we're going to go for it, and we'll see what happens after that.
In terms of opponents' winning percentage, this is the greatest 5-game winning streak in NFL history. Do you take a chance to kind of reflect back on how impressive that's been?
I didn't know that stat, but no. This has been a really exciting time for a team. The way we've come together and the way our play has followed that. Whether it's historic or not, I don't know, but I know that it's been an extraordinary run, and we're really excited to keep it going, and the challenge of that is really what's at hand right now. We'll talk about it when the season's over more so, but it has been an impressive turnaround, and I'm really, really proud to see how the guys have responded.
Earlier this week, the Pro Bowl selections were announced. 5 Pro Bowlers from this team, 5 alternates as well. How to get your reaction?
Yeah, well, obviously the system doesn't work really well. We should have more guys. So, it's great to have 10 guys recognized, but we always want more guys, so that's the way the system is. I don't know how it works. We do our voting, and then the fans do their voting, and then somehow they come up with this wonderful formula. So we'll take it. We're happy that first time guys Bobby Whiteman going in. That's great, and of course the guys that have been before. It's a great recognition for them.
Are you surprised Russell Wilson didn't make the initial list?
Sure. Yeah. He's had a great season, and been a big part of this season for us, you put him in that game, he'll be the most valuable player in the game just about every time. So he'd be great in that situation. So we should vote him in just to win.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week twice this season. He's now just 264 passing yards away for 3,500 yards on the season. 58 rushing yards away from 900 rushing yards on the season. No NFL quarterback in history has ever achieved 3,500 passing yards and 900 rushing yards in the same season. Do you monitor that going into this weekend's game?
No, I didn't know those numbers, but it's fitting though. He's had a terrific season, and the fact that maybe nobody's ever done that before, that doesn't surprise me. I think that he has the ability to, in this offense and the style that we're utilizing him, to do that kind of stuff, and obviously, and I don't know if he'll make those numbers, but whether he does or not, it's still a terrific year. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Every season has its ups and downs. How does this season's journey so far compare to past seasons?
It's been a very challenging year. It really has been, and it's been wonderfully challenging. It hasn't been bad. It's been full of challenges, and going into it, I couldn't have been more excited. The way we've endured the ups and downs and the issues and the things that happened during the course of the year. I'm really fired up about that, to see where we are now and the way we're playing. We got to finish this thing. Let's make this a really good story, and all of that. But it has been very challenging. But the kind of challenges that you like, you're coming off a championship year and all the things that go along with that, and then having the opportunity to stand up to those challenges and expectations is really exciting, and we're getting close.
Well, speaking of one of those ups, last week, 79-yard touchdown run by Marshawn Lynch. How did that one compare to the original Beastquake a few years ago?
It was right there. I don't know if had it been at home, I think it would have been. The earth would have shaken again, but the way it was a thrilling run, and a thrilling play, and in a very exciting football game too. Just a beautiful football game, that play just topped it all off. And then Russell tried to come back and do something of his own, you know, at the end. But it was a fantastic night highlighted by that play.
And our Twitter question this week comes from @Matt_the360. Coach, talk about the pregame final decisions on healthy inactives. Who makes the final call? Yourself, your assistant coaches?
No, I make the final call on that. You know, it's a big process. There's a lot that goes into that. You know, the injuries make it easy to make the decision sometimes. Guys can't play. But when you're healthy and we have a full roster of guys that we love, you know, we love to have them play every game. There comes down to some tough decisions, you know, and we weigh so many factors. It has to do with special teams quite often, the backup situations, how we project guys that are playing that may be banged up, some going into a game. How do we need to back that up? You know, there's some of it's some guesswork. You know, it's not. You don't always know. It's not a perfect science, but. We have a real routine that we go through. I spend a bunch of time with Brian Snyder on that because he's the special teams guy and all the roster issues there. And we just talk our way through it. John's involved in those discussions too. We want everybody's input, but then eventually I have to make the call. And you know, sometimes we go right up to the very last minute to get that done.
Can't wait until they expand it to all 53 guys.
We're working on that. That's what we want to get that done.
Thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck tomorrow.
All right.
I'm Michelle Ledka, and up after the break, we catch up with Doug Baldwin and Richard Sherman as there are latest victims and trading places to see which one knows each other better. Stay tuned.